Alright Bears, welcome back to the Rangers Rundown, your go-to spot for all things Rangers FC. Grab a brew, settle in, and let's dive into the latest buzz from Ibrox and beyond. Today we're diving into the upcoming clash against Dundee at Dens Park this Saturday, March 29th, with a 5:30pm kickoff. Let's get into it. As the season winds down, the league title may be out of reach, with Rangers trailing Celtic by a significant margin. However, there's still plenty to play for. Securing a strong finish is crucial, not just for pride, but to build momentum for the next season. Consistency has been our Achilles heel, especially when facing teams that set up a low block. Breaking down stubborn defences has been a recurring challenge, and it's high time we find a solution. Enter Barry Ferguson and his coaching staff. Can they devise a winning formula to navigate these tactical hurdles? With players returning from international duty and others enjoying a well-deserved break, there's hope that the team can carry forward the form displayed in the thrilling 3-2 victory at Parkhead. Dundee come into this match riding high after a big 4-2 derby win over Dundee United, a result that will have lifted confidence across the camp. Much like ourselves, they've taken some stick for inconsistency, but they're buzzing after putting 4 past their city rivals. So, before that derby win, they were on a rough run, 4 defeats and a draw, but that derby bounce can be a dangerous thing, and they'll fancy causing an upset. And let's not forget, the last time we faced them at Dens Park back in January, it ended 1-1. They made it difficult for us that day, and you can bet they'll set up to frustrate again. As for team news, Lyall Cameron, who has agreed a pre-contract move to Rangers, is unlikely to feature after picking up a hamstring injury in training. A blow for them, but maybe a small blessing for us, given how sharp he's been in midfield. Historically, Rangers have dominated this fixture. In our last 30 meetings, we've emerged victorious 24 times, with Dundee managing only 2 wins. Rangers manager Barry Ferguson addressed the media ahead of this weekend's trip to Dundee, offering insights into the squad's return from international duty, player performances, and the team's mindset heading into the final stretch of the season. After a demanding run of fixtures, Ferguson said the break came at the right time for both players and staff. "I gave the players a week off. Physically, they've put a lot into it, and it was good to let the dust settle a wee bit," he said. "It's great to be back in now." However, the manager admitted that the break wasn't ideal for implementing new ideas, as many players were away on international duty. "Tomorrow will be the first day I've had everybody together for a couple of weeks," Ferguson noted. "We've done a fair bit of work with those who stayed, but I would have loved to have had everyone." On the weekend's opponents, Dundee, Ferguson was full of respect and cautioned against complacency. "Every game is a challenge, and away from home, we haven't hit the standards expected at Rangers," he said. "Dundee are a good team, with a good manager. We're under no illusions. It'll be a tough one." One of the key talking points was the recent international form of Václav Černý, who impressed for the Czech Republic with a goal and an assist. "He's a difference maker," Ferguson said. "We all know his quality in the final third, but what I've loved is his work without the ball. He's been outstanding for me." Ferguson confirmed there have been no long-term discussions about keeping Černý beyond the current spell, but hinted at growing interest. "I'd love to see a player of that quality stay here," he said, "but I'd hazard a guess there'll be a lot of clubs looking at him." The Rangers boss also reflected on his short tenure so far, and the shift in mentality he's demanded from the squad. "I thought we were far too nice. You can't be nice at Rangers," he stated. "Every team wants to beat you. You've got to stand up to that, and we're starting to do that." And while fans and pundits alike are beginning to speculate about Ferguson's future, he made clear that his attention remains fully on the present. "I'm not thinking beyond the last game of the season," he said. "My focus is on getting results and driving the standards every single day." On the topic of recent UEFA sanctions and fan conduct, Ferguson echoed the club's official stance. "The most important thing for me is that the fans are inside the stadium supporting the team. I want to see passion, but we need to behave ourselves too." Alright, here's where it gets tasty. The big question heading into Saturday: does Barry stick with the same setup that beat Celtic, Or does he mix it up to break down the inevitable low block we're going to face at Dens? We all saw the intensity, the pressing, and the belief in that 3-2 win at Parkhead. The lads were flying, but Dundee ain't Celtic. They'll sit deep, frustrate, slow the game down. So does Barry keep the same shape? I've got a feeling Barry's not overthinking this. I reckon he'll trust the momentum, keep the core of that winning side, and tell them, go out there and do it again. My prediction: Dundee 1, Rangers 3, Černý to keep flying, Raskin to pull the strings, and Dezers to find the net. We might not breeze it, but I trust Barry'll have them fired up and focused. No passengers, no mercy. What about you lot? What's your score prediction? Do you think Barry should change the shape to break down Dundee, or stick with the team that beat Celtic? Let me know in the comments. Okay, over to you Rangers fans. Two big ones this weekend. Should Rangers try to sign Václav Černý permanently in the summer? He's looked sharp, he's added something different, but is he the long-term answer? If Barry keeps winning in the league and maybe even navigates that massive tie against Athletic, does he deserve your backing as full-time gaffer? Is it too soon, or has he earned the chance? Drop your answers in the comments below. I'll be reading through every one of them. That's all for today's Rangers Rundown. Remember to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, keep the blue flag flying high.